A very good afternoon to all the champs and welcome to Python for Beginners at intermediate level dictionaries. Alright, so we'll be starting with the most important topic of Python today, which is dictionaries. And these dictionaries are very important for data analytics, I'll tell you. And dictionaries in Python is a real treasure, right, that we need to learn and get used to as quickly as possible, right? And before I get started with the dictionaries, I still remember I am yet to solve your question, right? I asked you the question, I didn't get answer, right? Maybe some of you might be busy and may answer later, but since I haven't got any answers, I'll not be covering your answers at this moment in time. All right? So I asked you the question to display, the density of each word in a long sentence, right? And you have to also tell me that you have to also show that the word should be not existing in the list of excluded words, right? And then we'll have to calculate the density, right? And let's see how we can do that, how we can calculate the density, right? Let's get started. And before I get started, I would like to again congratulate you for coming so far, right? And you've been very patient and you've been very enthusiastic and quite a bit aspired as well, right? Okay, now let's immediately say sentence is equivalent to, let's take sentence from input this time, right? And let's take it from input and we will say enter any sentence, right? So now we are going to take any sentence that the user enters as an input, and let me quickly go and create a word set, right, as a blank set. So this is, I'm defining a set, and I'm defining a set which is quite empty, right? It has nothing in it, right? So step 2 is to create a set, right? So now we will create exclusive set, or exclusive, or we can say excluding set. The words that I want to exclude is, for example, is, and I want to exclude and, right, and I want to exclude the, I want to exclude, right? So this is what I want to exclude, right? So far now we have created a blank set and a set of words that need to be excluded, right? And then let's quickly go and take the sentence and split it down. We know we have to split the sentence, and the split is going to turn the sentence into wherever you can see by default when we don't give any condition to split method, right? So when the split method has no condition right here, so it is going to split wherever the split method finds spaces. So now spaces are here, right? For example, if I enter hello, how are you? So now we have 1, 2 and 3 spaces. So split method is going to split it and store it as a list: element 0, element 1, element 2 and element 3. So the condition when not given, when I am not giving any condition of split here, maybe I may give a condition of split is comma, right? So when I don't give it, so automatically spaces are going to be considered, right? Okay, now, and now I'll say split and I'll assign it to word. So now you can say I can print words, right? And now I can go ahead and say hello, how are you? Now these are the splitted words, hello, how are you, on the basis of spaces, as I said, right? So I don't need to print them because I want to achieve something else right here. All right, and now since I have done, so I can say total words. How many total words do we have here? Total underscore words. So we have total words, and then I'll do this. I will calculate the length of words, which is the length of set, right, or list, sorry. Hello. So I'll write it down here. Hello, 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 how are you? Now I am counting down, but I didn't print it, so let me print total of words, right? So now I need to print total words. I'll say hello, how are you? Now you can say total we have 4 words, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now total number of words we have are 4. So now, right, so words are now in this words variable, which is of type list, and total words is of type integer. Now automatically length is going to return the type integer, right, because you have to calculate the length, and now we are getting the length here. Right, and after giving this, we know that we have to now create a word set, right, and we will say I'll pass the words. Now words are going to be called, alright, so I'm calling the set function and passing words as an argument, and it returns the set. Now what this does is convert words, right, which is list. I'll tell you from the beginning again. We have done split. Split has converted the sentence that you have input, right, into list, right, and then we have calculated how many words are. Then we are, converting the list of words, right, to set, right, and now we have word set as set. So I can say print word set. Now we'll have words without, the proper indexing or sorting, without sorting, right? So I'll say hello, how are you? Once again, now you can say are you, how, hello, without sorting. But yeah, we have been able to convert them into sets, right? And now we can say my set is equal to, because I want to exclude the word, so we will minus. So I'll say is equal to word set, right, and minus the exclusive set. Now remove the words which are in word set, right, and remove all those which are in exclusive set from this word set and give it back to my set. So now my set contains, so if I say print my set contains all the words which have been removed or which are in the excluding directory and have been removed. So I'll say hello, how are you? So R is going to be removed. You can see you are, how are, hello. Now you can see here, right, and now no, it's not being removed. Just a moment. R is not there, so let me add something else. Okay, let me show you. And we are printing two different things. We don't need to print two different things right here. Alright, so I'll say enter a sentence, and we are excluding is and, right. Alright, I'll say right, Raju is a very good boy. Now you can say right, is removed, is removed, right. You can see from the now excluding words are removed, right. So from, and now what I need to do, I'll just delete this print, right. I need to print now the density. The first job is achieved. I'll say for word in word. So now I need to loop through the words, which is going to be, now we are going to convert it back to list now, right, because now I have removed. So I'll say my list is equal to list of my set, right, because why are we doing this? Why are we first converting list to set and then set back to list? Why? Because we cannot perform this minus operation on list. We can only perform minus operation on set, right. That's why we're first converting to set, removing the exclusive words, and then giving it back to list. Now let us loop through the list one by one and say while looping, right, because I want to check the total density of words now. So that's what I want. So I can, it's very simple. Now I can say print, right, so now I'll say print word one by one. Now that's, you're going to get word, so that's not a problem. Okay, let me indent it properly. Alright, so now you're going to get word Raju is a very good boy. So now Raju is removed, a is removed, very is there, good is there, and boy is there. So now everything is here and the rest of the things are removed. But what we can display, we have to display the density. So I'll say words, how many times the word is repeated. So I can say words, alright, and I can use dot count to see the density or the frequency of words. So I'll say word, each and every word has to, I need to know the density of every word, right, and I want to see the percentage. Now we know that total words is already here. I'll divide it by total words, right? And this is going to give me the percentage into 100. This is normal mathematics that we are applying here. Right, and now let me carry on and see. We still have some kind of error. Yeah, we have to close the brace. Fine. So now if I say Raju is a very good boy and Raju is not only good but he is a boy, whatever. All right, so it's okay. We still have an error. Why? What happened? Okay, let me try this. Raju is, maybe, who knows what is the error. Raju, yeah, we have an error here. Let me see. Print, first you are printing word. Okay, I did not use comma here. Okay, sorry, I had to use comma. Now let me try again. Raju is a very good boy and Raju is, okay. Now you can say Raju is having 11%, 11 point something. Let me have the round of this. Alright, can we have round of this so that we get the normal percentage? Yeah, now let me have the round. Okay. Why can't I have the round? I can have the floor. Seal. No, we can have the round. We can perform round here. I don't know why. So let me see this first. Okay, let's do one thing. Let me take it to some other variable in here. Right, I'll say P is equal to P as in percentage equal to words.count, and let me print P here so that I can check the percentage. I'll say hello. Now we are having 100%. Okay, no problem. Now I can say I need to print the round of what we are getting. So this should work now. Yeah, now let's type again. Round is going to give us, that nearest percentage, as you know already. Now Raju is a very good boy and Raju is not only good but he's a boy. Now you can say Raju 12%, good 12%, boy is used 12%, and let me have percentage here as well. I have round this and I'll say round of this plus percent, or I can use percent here just to concatenate, right? Okay, let me print it again. No, we cannot use percent here, right? Because I have to use it with P then. Okay, let's say P is equal to P plus, I'm showing you this. At the end you have to take this percentage as well. So let me use this. Now still having error. Okay, let's see the operation first, then we'll attach this percentage, or maybe we may format it, right? So that is also possible. We may format it, right? Okay, now let me see. Okay, and now you can see he is 6%, good is 12, right? So this is how we see the percentage. For example, I enter two words only, right? Hello, how. Now you can see hello 50% and how is 50% because there are only two words. So this program is working absolutely fine. And now I'll say hello, how are you? All right, and you can see 25, 25, 25, 25, equal distribution of words. Now in case if I use, let's say about if I use hello, how. So I'm using them two times. Now you can see, even it's showing hello is 50%. Now it gets that hello is 50%, right? But now if I use something else, for example, if I use Raju is a, now you can see Raju 33% is used because we have removed all the two words. So this is how it works. Let me make you understand. Once again, take words, right? So this is the exclusive set that has all the words that have to be excluded. The moment you say sentence dot split, it returns the list, right? And the condition of condition for making the list element is space. So the list is going to take spaces and make a, for example, if we enter hello, how, so there is only one space The moment I say split, this is going to be list element 0, list element 1. Total, if I do count, total if I do the length of the list is going to be 2. So now the split, if I don't give any condition, will take space automatically as a condition. Now we have total words. We are taking the length, whatever words you enter. So the length is going to calculate the total length of the words. Then we know that we have to do this minus. For that we have to convert words to set, right? So after converting the words to set, I give it to word set, and I minus, or I subtract the set, which is this, right? Any word that matches as that of the excluding set, ex set, will be removed and given back to set. And then I make list, because initially I had the list and now I'm making back list. And then while looping through the list, right, I say count the number of words. The count is going to return the frequency of the words. Alright, so you're counting, because once you go to the list, you have to loop through each and every word on the basis of space here, right? And then you do total words already has taken the length, you divide it by total words and multiply by 100, and this is what is going to give you that, what you call that as a percentage. Alright, so this is what is going to give you the percentage, right? So you can even say, yeah, that's absolutely right. So now this thing is done. Okay, now I hope this answers your question. So now let's get quickly started with lists, with dictionaries. And dictionaries is something very big, right? So, and it is the most popular thing in Python. All right, dictionaries are the most popular thing in Python. And by the end of the session, you should be able to understand dictionaries, create, access, and manipulate dictionary elements, use dictionaries and list combinations, create dictionary by comprehension, introduction, and then we'll go with the modular programming. We learn the modular programming using Python. Right, and we have to understand the mutable collection of mapping objects, right? Hash keys, heterogeneous, homogeneous, nested, size, modifiable, hash table based efficiency. Right, so that's what I'm going to tell you. What are dictionaries? Dictionaries are mutable. Yes, they are mutable. We can edit them, we can change them, but dictionaries are unordered. So I'll write it down. They are, number one, they are mutable, unlike tuples, which are immutable, or string, which is immutable, right? And then it is a key and a value pair. Now I'll make you understand what is key and value very nicely, so you need not to worry about these things. So you'll be understanding this like a pro without any problem. All right. Alright, so I hope you've understood this thing so far, that dictionaries are a key and a value pair. So this is understood. It is mutable. It is understood. And what is dictionary? Right, heterogeneous. Hetereo. So now what is heterogeneous, right? So I'll write it down here. Heterogeneous means mixed data types are allowed. So now heterogeneous means that mixed data types are completely allowed here, right? For example, one element can contain integer, a second element can contain string, third element can contain char. So that's why I say that the mixed data types are completely allowed as long as using dictionary is concerned, right? So dictionaries can be nested, yes. You can have a dictionary inside a dictionary and then following another dictionary inside a dictionary. And dictionary is one of the biggest data structure in Python. So dictionary is one of the best and one of the biggest data structure in Python. Would you believe this? Yeah, you need to believe it. Right, they can be nested. I had already said they can be nested, and they have you can say they're unordered. This is the drawback here, that dictionaries are not ordered, they are unordered. So unlike some other elements, right, unlike list which is ordered, but yeah, dictionaries are not used for that purpose, right? So dictionaries, we use dictionaries for some other purpose, and yeah, we need to understand that for efficiency, because they are following, because they have hash table based efficiency, right? So dictionaries have also this what you call that as hash table based efficiencies, right? Okay, so that's what a dictionary is. That's what all about dictionary, right? So now why am I writing? Because I want you guys to remember. It's not like you know how to use dictionaries and then you don't know why do we use dictionaries, right? So it's basically something that you know. You should be able to explain and define that also, right? Isn't it? Dictionaries are mutable. That means they can be modified. Key and a value pair. So key and a value pair. I'll make you understand what's key and a value pair. They have a name rather, and they are heterogeneous. Mixed data types are allowed. What is mixed data type? One cell can have integer, another can have string, third can have another list. We can have a list inside a dictionary, and then we can second element can be a tuple inside a dictionary, then a set inside a dictionary. That's what we call nested. Nested means we can have a dictionary inside a dictionary, and inside the dictionary can have another dictionary. So biggest data structure in Python, they are unordered, but yeah, in order to maintain the efficiency, things are meant to be unordered. They have to be unordered in order to maintain that efficiency. So let's quickly get started. You're going to remember them for the rest of your life, right? Because let's quickly get started with dictionaries, right? So now how do you define a dictionary, right? So this is D is equal to this. So this is how you define a dictionary. That is why set. Now if I say S is equal to set, so this is how you define a blank set, and this is how you define a blank or an empty dictionary. So this is empty dictionary, right? So this creates an empty dictionary. So as I said, key and a value pair. So let me tell you what is key and a value pair. If I say D is equal to, now if I say D is equal to, and now I say ROLL, roll number. So this is called as key, right? So this is called as key. And what is the value inside that roll number? I will say 142. Now this is the value. And now I can say name, right? And name is a key, right? And a value is, for example, Fahim, KHAN, right? And I can say, for example, class, right? Which is again a key, and class can have a value, right? Which is class 10th, right? So now you can see here, this is key, this is value. Oh, sorry, my mistake. This is key, this is value, and then this is key, this is value. Now you can say the first thing, it is a key and a value pair. Now you key for this dictionary, if I call roll number, I'll get this. So now the key for this section of the dictionary is roll number, and the value is 42. The key is name, the value is Fahim, and the key is class, the value is 10, right? And I said they are heterogeneous. Here we are having integer type without using quotes, and here we are having string types, right, with quotes. All right, they are nested. Yeah, I'll tell you how to nest them. So far, heterogeneous is cleared, key and a value pair is cleared, mutable is already something that you know. Now nested, big data structure is clear, unordered, you'll come to know that soon. If I say print, hey Python, would you please be able to print my dictionary? Now you can say I'm printing roll number 142, name this, and not only that, now see the fun that it's having. So if I try and print using a key and a value pair, so now if I say print, I don't want you to print D, I want you to print something that is in D, and let us say about I want to print roll number. Now you can see I am getting 142. Now this is how you can access key and value pair. So I'm getting 142 as the value for the key that I have asked, right? Let me take it for example, let us take this as an input. Maybe if I can take it as an input, right? So let me take it as an input. Let's say value val is equal to input, right? And that input is going to be a key. We know that enter, right? A key. Now we know that we have to enter a key, and then we are going to get a value. So I'll say something that you have entered, right, is going to go and fetch. You are going to print out of D, and you are going to print the val, whatever val you have entered. Now, for example, you enter roll number, right? So roll number will go here in this val, and you are fetching that from roll number. So that's how it goes. Now enter a key. I will say ROLL, roll number. I'm getting 142. Now I say enter a key. I will say I need to get name. I am getting Fahim Khan. So now for example, if I enter, I need to get class. So this is what key and value. You call the key. Right? The value is given, right? So that's why dictionary is a we can say it's basically a key and a value pair. Input goes to val, and you call the dictionary. Whatever you enter in input will be taken here. For example, if I say I need to get class, so class comes here. Now you print the class, you get the class. Enter anything, doesn't matter now. So you're getting class 10th, right? That's why I made it dynamic like this, right? And I also said the dictionary is unordered, right? So I'll say hello. So you can see you are getting unordered. So now first roll number, then name, then class. I don't know why are we getting it ordered, roll number, name, and class. So we are following a certain order. Yeah, it depends on dictionary, right? At times it may print in order, or maybe at times it may print in no order at all, right? Right, you can see this. Now the name is here and the class is there, right? And now let us get started with many different things. Right? Can I have a dictionary inside a dictionary? Right, I can have a dictionary inside a dictionary. I can only have, not only dictionary, I can have a list inside a dictionary. So far mutable is gone, right? Key and a value pair is gone. Heterogeneous you already seen is gone. Nested we will see. Big data structures understood. Unordered you already know. It has hash table based efficiencies like set, and that thing is already known, right? So can we modify it? Is it for example, let me take it to command prompt. Let me not do it here. Let me try it like this. So I will say D is equivalent to, let's say D is equivalent to this dictionary. If I print D, now we have D. So now if I say D and I am targeting a specific column to check whether it's mutable or not, I will check class. I'll say d.class. I want to target this dictionary right here, right? But I want to target the key class and give a new name to that class. So I'll say 12th, right? And now if I print D, now you can see it's automatically updated it, right? Why? Because this dictionary is completely mutable. So we also checked that this is mutable. It changes, not only it changes, it does many different things. So key and the value is understood. Now let us see nested. So let me call this my D-I-C-T, my dict, or we call this as my dictionary, right, is equivalent to a key and a value pair. So I'll say name and I'll give my name, right, and I'll say dictionary has a name, and now let me call this first, right, and let me type in a list here 1 2 3 4, right? Now we are having 1 is the key and the value is 2 3 4, and value is not only 2 3 4. This dictionary completely has a list. Now this is list inside a dictionary. Now if I say why do I have an error? Let me call this my dictionary name. Okay, comma is forgotten. All right, so now if I echo my dict, so now we have name is Fahim and every single thing that you are getting. So now if I say I want to get out of the dictionary, all right, will you be please giving me something that is 1. Now you can get 1 is 1 2, right? And now if you will you be giving me from the dictionary something that is 1, right? The key is 1. I applied the key 1, but out of 1 I want something which is the 0th element of the 1. 0th element of the 1 is this 2. Now we are getting 2. Now this can go as deep as possible. You can have dictionary inside a dictionary, and then another dictionary inside a dictionary. That dictionary can have list, another can have tuples, another can have sets as well. So this is, as I said, the largest data structure, and I mean it. I don't only say it, I mean it, right? And Now, can I convert dictionary into a format? Let's say, for example, my dictionary. So I'll say my dict is equivalent to dictionary, that is dict. It's a function used for dictionaries, right? I want to convert this to dictionary with formatting. So I will say one is, now you can see we have changed. Now key is completely changed. Key here was string, and now we have integer based key. When I call 1, I get apple, and now if I call 2, I get ball, right? Now you can see if I say my dict, right, you can clearly see, right, that it's also converting other things to dictionaries, right? And now if you have another thing to convert into dictionary format, you have a set, you can convert that to dictionary format as well, right? And depending, right, so let's have sequencing. Okay, let's follow sequencing. Fine, so let's follow sequencing. So for example, from sequencing, we'll have every pair as dictionary. So I'll say my dictionary is equivalent to the dictionary of, let me take a list and try and convert a pair of lists. Now this is list, right? And inside list, for example, I have tuples, right? One tuple and two tuple. Now you can see I'm converting something to dictionary. Now always remember, whenever you convert anything to dictionary, it has to be, or it has to have a key and a value. It needs to have to, because dictionary is meant to be a dictionary only when it has a key. Because why do you update data structures? So that you can call data structures, right? So that's why it has to be a pair rather than a singular item, right? And for example, the tuple has two values, 1 and apple. So this is what tuple has, 1 and apple, right? And 2 ball, right? Now 2 is ball and 1 is apple. Let me call it like this, right? So now 1 is apple and 2 is ball. It's a tuple, and tuple is inside a list. And I give it to dictionary. Let's see whether it gets converted to dictionary. If I say my dict, now you can see 1 is apple and 2 is ball. Now if I call my dictionary and please give me 1, you can get apple, right? If I say my dict and will you please give me 2, you will get ball. So that's why it requires a key and a value, because you have to call. And to call, we use key and a value pairs, right? And since it has to be pair, I'll tell you that in short, dictionary has to be a pair like this. Dictionary has to be a pair, like if it's an integer, it has to be a pair, all right? So this left hand side is known as the key, towards right hand side is the value, towards left hand side is the key, towards right hand side is the value. So that's why it has to be a pair rather than something else. For example, if I want to add an item, all right, so for example, let me create a dictionary. For example, let's say my dict is equivalent to, let's say it has a key name, right, and it is a string type. So I will say a name is equivalent to my name, right, and I will say class here, which is again string. I'll say class is equal to 10th or 12th. Now this is it what we have, right? And if I call my dict, I'm getting it, right? Now what if I want to add an item? I want to add a key and a value pair, another item, I forgot. Will you be able to create or do you want to recreate it? No, I'll not recreate. I'll say my dict, adding a new item to the dictionary and the name of the item that you want to add. Now you can see we're calling my dictionary and add address, and then you can say you are adding a single item. That's why you have to add it like in square braces, right? Because if you add them in these braces, you will be creating a new dictionary, right? I don't intend creating a new dictionary. I have to add something to the old dictionary. So I'll say add, for example, Sri Nagar. Now I'll say if I print my dict, now you can see address is automatically added. Address, the spelling mistake, so you can even correct it, right? So I will say my dict, right, dot, and I'll target address is equal to Sri Nagar. And now if I print the dictionary, so you can see that the address is changed. So the process for updating the cell will remain same as that of creating a cell, right? So you have updated the address right here without even taking much of bother, right? So it doesn't need any rocket science here. So it's very simple. Dictionaries are best thing, and believe me, if you know dictionaries, you will be able to handle data structures like pro, right? So for data structures, it's very important, and for data sciences, and let's say about big data analytics, it's very important. Dictionaries are very hugely important, right? Okay. Now if I say, let's say about we have squares, right? And we have squares as key and a value, but they are as dictionary. I'll say 1 will take 1 is to 1, which is the key and a value, 2 is to 4, right? And 3 is to 9, right? 4 is to 16 square, and 5 is to 25. These are the squares of 5, 4. Yeah, it's absolutely right. And now if I say print squares, now we are getting all the squares in the dictionary, right? Now if I say, now let me copy this because I'll have to print them again and again. Now let me say I want to remove an element, all right? For example, if I want to remove a particular popping out the fourth element. So you can see 4 will be, it's by name 4. So I am going to pop out 4. 4 has 16 in it. Now you can say the moment you say I want to pop out 4, you're calling key. Key is 4. I'll repeat. The key is 1, value is 1. Key is 2, value is 4. Key is 3, value is 9. Key is 4, value is 16. Key is 5, values. The moment I said pop 4 by key, it will pop out the value inside 4, which is 16. Now if I say print squares, you can clearly see that the value, you can say, and this 4 is basically a value, it's not a keys, right? It's the key of 4 is 2 here. So you can clearly see that 4 has been removed, right? So it means that you are calling the key and removing the value, right? For example, if I only, let's say about names, right, is equal to, so I have two names, so I'll say N1, right, has a name which is NIIT, right, and let's say about N2 has a name which is NIIT2, right? So now if I print name, so I'm getting NIIT. If I say names.pop, now what do I call? Pop NIIT? No, NIIT cannot be called. Even if I call NIIT, right, so you cannot call it, you'll get an error. What is NIIT? So I'll have to say names.pop, right, the key which is N1. Value cannot be called, you're calling value by the key. That's why I said it's a key and a value pair. So I'll call N1, and you can say it is going to pop out NIIT. Now you can see something that's been popped out is NIIT. If I say names, you can say N2 only, right? So if I say NAMES, names.pop, by key, again I have to supply the key which is string N2, it's pop out. It will pop out an ID, and now you're having a black dictionary right here. Is that understood? Okay, now we go back to print squares. 4 has been popped out, right? So that's why when I said 4, it has popped out the value inside 4, right? So that's why it's key and a value pair. That's what I used to say. In case of pop, it will display the removed key, but not the delete. So like, for example, if I say delete, now what do you want to delete, right? I will say I want to delete 5, right? And what do you want to delete? I want to delete SQUARE squares 5. So let me see squares. Now if I print squares, you can say 5 has been removed. 5 has 25. What is the difference between print or sorry, what is the difference between delete and pop? Pop is going to display you, right, and it is returning, or we can say pop returns the element removed, whereas delete will not return the element removed. In case you saw that it was displayed when we used pop, it displays. For example, if I say squares squares dot pop, and I'll say pop 1, so it's going to return that what has it removed. 1 is key, the value was 1, so it has removed it. Now if I say squares dot, or we can say not squares dot delete, so it's basically called like this. So I'll say delete. Okay, I'll say delete from squares. I want you to delete 2, right? So it is deleted. If you print squares, you can say 2 is deleted, but it is not going to return. Pop returned the number which was popped out, deleted, right, and printed it also. So squares is not going to do the delete is not going to perform, but yeah, action same performed. You're deleting by key and you're popping out by key. Once you pop out, you can take the element and store it in some other variable that you're popping out, but delete is completely going to destroy it without even returning the number, right? So if you want to remove all, I want to empty it, so I'll say squares squares dot clear. Squares dot clear is going to clear squares clear, so function clear. Now clear is going to clear all, there's nothing in the list. So what does clear do? Please take a note of all those things while I'm delivering the lecture. You can pause the lecture and take note of what I say. Squares dot clear is going to delete everything. Pop returns the element that has been popped out. Delete completely deletes the element without even returning anything, right? Okay, so we can delete the complete dictionary itself, right? Because clear is going to delete what is in the dictionary. If you want to completely delete the dictionary, then you will have to say delete. Complete dictionary is gone. If I say print squares, what is squares? I don't know what squares is, right? So now, as I said, the dictionaries is representing multiple records of dictionaries inside a dictionary with key and names. Now, for example, let me show you. No, that's already, you know that already. Let's say dictionaries by comprehension. So if I say dictionaries by comprehension, we've already seen list comprehensions, and now dictionary comprehension is something like this. If I say x is going to take x power of 2, and we will say for in range 5. Now this is also the comprehension we have already performed, right? Something wrong, so I'll say again, d is equal to x such that x power of 2 for x in range 5. Now if I print d, it's both giving key and the value pair. 0 gets 0, 1 gets 1, 2 gets 4, square, right? 9, 4 gets 16. So this is how we are making square. What is happening here? X power of 2, right? Now see that. For x, now you're going to make sure that the loop runs 5 times, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because 5th time it's not going to run. In range, 5 is the maximum element till it's going to go. But yeah, it's always going to remain one step below 5, right? So that means this loop is running for 5 times, which is 0 to 4. And while running, so x takes, right? First time x takes 0. That goes to this x right here, and this takes the power of 2. X power of 2 is 0, 1 power of 2 is 1, right? So it's something like that, right? And this is how we print what you call the squares using the dictionary comprehension, right? We already seen the list comprehension, right? And what are some more things that we are going to be, or we can do with dictionaries. So let me show you some more things that we will be able to do with dictionaries. Let me call this. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let's carry on with the same. Let's carry on with the same dictionary. So I'll take the same dictionary and print d. Yeah, it has everything now. So I can use this d dot update. So we have d dot update, right? And if you have another dictionary, so it's going to add. So now we know that we already have. Okay, sorry, it's my mistake. So let me take it here. For example, we have two dictionaries. So I'll say uh, my dict, and I have d is equivalent to. So let's consider having two dictionaries. So now this is going to take a range which is going to take squares from 1 to 4, 0 to 4, and this as simple as anything. So now if I say my di dictionary, right, dot update, so I'll call update and add the old dictionary, which is this dictionary, to this dictionary, and then I say print my dict, print my dictionary. Now you can see that it has added, right? So this is the merger of two dictionaries, right? So now if you want to see, I'll say d dot keys, right? That is where we can get keys are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are iteratable keys: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 keys, you can see that this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and the complete list here is 4 keys of this list. So for example, if I don't update it, so then I say, alright, so I don't update it, so I'll say d dot keys, or we can, let's call this here. So I will say print my dict dot keys. So what is this going to return? It's going to return the keys. Now this is the key: roll number, name, and class, right? In case of integer, that we call d, so we said dict keys, right? So we said d dot keys. D already has, you can clearly see d had this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So now keys are roll number, name, and class. You can see are the keys. Yes, roll number is a key, name is a key, and class. In case if you don't remember what the keys are inside this dictionary, you can call. Now for example, why do you require to know the keys? You can call them. So you can say, for example, I need to call those keys. The moment you see the keys, you'll say roll number. Oh my god, so now I will call by key. So I can say my dict and give me the roll number. So this is how you call by key, 142, right? So this is like this. So dot keys is understood. Yeah, if you want to see the values, yeah, without even keys, you can even see the values without keys, right? So I can call, now you can see dict values without keys, 142, Fahim, and 10, right? So this is how you can use dictionaries without keys, values, and iterate through the values. So let me keep it for you right here. So what did we use? We used d.pop, right? We use d.remove, right? Or we can say we use delete, and we used, what did we use again? Pop is there, right? Del is there, right? d.pop, and here we have to give the key, and del is going to be d and the key, right? So we have already seen these things. And what did we see? Okay, we have seen d, complete dictionary. We can delete complete dictionary. And what did we see? Pop is there, right? We have seen, and we can do also, yeah, I didn't show you this. I can say d dot get, I can use d dot get, all right? Let me show you first this d dot get, okay? Then we'll write it down. For example, we have this dictionary right here. Okay, so we have this dictionary. Okay, let me have this dictionary right here. Okay, so let me copy this dictionary and print this dictionary. Now I can say d dot get. I want to get, right? I want to get, let's say about 142. Now you're targeting the value, right? You can say get 142. I can say print d dot get, and I target the value 142. 142 is right here, so I can say, now you can say none, right? Or you can say print d dot get name, right? So now you can say d.get name, you're getting Fahim Khan, right? But what if I will do the same name, right? And if it doesn't exist, this has a magical feature of else here, right? Else not found. Now if this is found, if the name dictionary key is name is found, or I can say name if it is found, show me the name Fahim Khan, or you can clearly see that you're getting not found. So no, I had to give it int here, so I'll say 12. So you can see none 12, right? And gives else 12. No, just a moment, I'm making something wrong. Get name, or you get it from class. Yeah, it's else. Sorry, my mistake. It's else. Right? Now, if you find name, give me name. If you don't find name, give me class. Now, you can see this here. Since we have found this, right? And if I don't find names, so now you're getting class, right? None and class. So it's not working, I suppose. Let me show you another things. For example, so I can say d.set default, right? And I can say Fahim at 5 position. So this is what I can do. Now I can say D. Now you can see Fahim has been set as default, right, with the key 5, right? So, or we can give key and a value pair. So that's also possible. Key and a value pair is also possible, right? Meanwhile, I'll tell you everything here. d.get is going to give you, let me also, so d.get by name. So we are getting Fahim Khan. d.get by name, right? So this is going to be d.get by key, but we have this else also. It's not working here. If I say 10, yeah, you can see now else 10. Now it started working, right? So 10 is integer here. Now if you do not find name, then give me 10, right? Yeah, it can work now. You can see it's working now. I don't know, earlier it was not working. d.get name, if you find name, give me name, else give me none, right? Why didn't it work earlier then? I don't know. So now you can see we are getting Fahim Khan, right? So name is Fahim Khan. So in case if you are not able to find it, right, and then give me none. So I'll copy this now. Are you able to find name? Yeah, name is here as a key. The value is Fahim Khan, so you're going to get it. For example, if you don't find it, so for example, I'll say names, then you're getting none, right? So this is else. I don't know why didn't it work earlier. So it's on, you can say get key, or I will write it down here for you, and this is else, right? Else you can get something else. So what did we see? Get is also done. Yeah, we saw d dot. Let me take a look at time. I don't remember time. It's already been 53. So I'll close it down, but I'll just write it down for you. And then we have d dot update. I am having d dot update as d2, right? Or we can say another. So I can write it down here. d2 means another dictionary, so you'll understand it. Right, so we saw d dot keys. If you don't know the keys, you can call to get the functions, and d dot values if you want to get all the values inside a dictionary, right? And we have seen for, right, k in d dot keys, give one by one keys, iterate through keys, right? For example, if I do this here, so I will call this, let me make this dictionary again. Alright, so let me carry on here. For example, I'm making this dictionary D, right, and I can say for D, or we can say for key in D dot keys. You can iterate through D dot keys in here, right, all the keys, and you can print them one by one. Print K is going to print all the keys one by one in iteration. You can say roll number, name, class, and similarly you can say d dot values. You can iterate through d dot values here, and you can get all the values 142, 510. So that's what I'm writing it for you, so that you don't you have to just take a note of this, and you don't need to forget them, right? D dot keys and d dot values, right? So far this is fine. Now we have seen pop, right? Returns the dictionary element popped out, that's been popped out, right? Deletes, but right, does not return anything, right? So delete dictionary is going to do something. Delete entire, it's going to delete entire dictionary, right? What else is there? This is also, you already know them, right? So still I want you to take a note of them. I'm doing it for you. You need to do hard work as well. D.get key or else, yeah, right? I can say d.get keys and else. It means, let's say about, if I say get, gives value of key else something, right? So else, you can have something here. And here update, we have this updates d, right, and adds new dict dictionary, right? So it adds new dictionary. And keys is gives list of keys, right? So this gives list of keys, and here it gives, okay, let me correct the grammar here, right? And here it gives list of values. Please take a note of this. I'm making this for you, not for myself. I do remember them. And iteratable, iterate through keys. Now iterate through value. So that's it. And now why do I write here, right? You'll say tomorrow that I know everything, but I don't know. Now if you get a question, if someone comes up and asks you, right, what do you mean by d dot keys in for loop? So you'll have to reply as I say. That you'll say tomorrow that I know, I'll show you practically how these things are done. They'll say, oh, I don't have time, I need to know it. Right? That's why preparing for interview and exams is equally very important. And whatever you know, make sure that you're able to describe it and articulate it in such a manner that it impresses others, right? So you can say that d dot keys is going to iterate. Now what do we do in loop? In loop, we iterate through the values. The values can be from dictionaries, from list, from arrays, from strings, right? So what is the job of for loop? It provides us iterative environment. This is what we use for iteration. Iteration means going from one thing to another, right? What does keys return? Gives the list of keys, list of values. So this is something that you should know, and you need to practice this. You've come very far. Let me tell you a frank thing. You come very far. Right, if you have understood 60 to 70% of all 13 to 14 classes that we've attended so far, even if 65% is understood, I congratulate you, are at the right track, and I promise you would understand 100% inshallah in the upcoming classes. But yeah, go through the classes 2 times, 3 times, right? And get prepared for examinations before it is too late, right? So exams are not going to be easy, right? And also prepare for interviews. You have that time available at this time. The time is not going to be available every time, right? So you need to take care of this time that has been given to you, rather than this time being disguised. You can make it a blessing in disguise, right? And for that, my good wishes, my prayers, and my help is with you. I wish you all the best for the near future, today, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life. Bye bye.